Once again, clashes in the center of La Paz. As supporters of Bolivia's former President Evo Morales try to make it to the presidential palace. Nobra Socrates is a member of the Aymara indigenous community. He says he wants democracy back.
We only have these chin straps and sticks. We don't have weapons, but we will defend ourselves. But we have our hearts in the right place, and we want to defend democracy.
Even though some protests are violence, people want to gather peacefully to demand elections. But the situation is so tense that even journalists have become a target.
I was just thrown tear gas by the police on purpose. This is what's happening in the middle of a plaza where people have been protesting peacefully. A police officer just threw tear gas on my eyes.
Many of those who protest are not happy with the interim president, Janine, who they say does not represent them. A series of tweets posted by her and verified by news organizations in the past have offended the indigenous majority here.
She took office without consent. If it's not Evo, then we want the military to come and call for elections.
The armed forces are also trying to quell the protests. They're carrying the indigenous Huipala flag, which for many is more important than the national one. Bolivia's interim administration has made a foreign policy shift and asked Venezuelan and Cuban officials to leave the country. They say they have been organizing unrest in the wake of the resignation of former President Evo Morales.
These people were arrested for possessing firearms without a license. They are foreigners, they are Venezuelans. Bolivians are clearly concerned because there are these types of groups looking to destabilize a government that has been legally established, which is headed by President Janine Áñez.
Protesters from the city of Cochabamba have been trying to reach the capital, La Paz. Videos on social media show that several people have been killed in clashes with the military and the police. The videos could not be independently verified by Aljazeera. From Mexico, Evo Morales said new elections are the only way to calm the situation down.
For the sake of democracy, if the interim government of Bolivia doesn't want me to take part, I have no problem not taking part in new elections. I just wonder why there is so much fear of Evo, but I'm willing to set priorities and willing to bring peace to Bolivia.
But there are questions over whether his party will be allowed to run, because it's been accused of committing fraud. Bolivia desperately needs meaningful negotiations that will allow elections to take place soon. As many believe, only an elected president will be able to take the country forward. Teresa, Aljazeera, La Paz.